It has been a turbulent time in the stock markets and the world as a whole the past couple of weeks as the C word, not that C word, finally sets in. It's time to do my March update for my Trading 212 account. Stay tuned, see how I'm doing. Just remember that nothing in this video constitutes financial advice. This is for information and entertainment only. It's David here again from prettypenny.club. I make videos on passive income, investing and making your money work harder for you. Subscribe and hit that like button if that sounds good to you. Okay, so today I want to talk about my Trading 212 portfolio. I have been a busy boy over the past few weeks. I have added another 12 companies to my portfolio, all for different reasons, but all with the same goal of making some money. Particularly in this dramatic downturn, I believe now is the time to be buying stocks and shares to invest in your future long term, of course. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So let's just get straight into it. Let's see what I've been buying. And just ever so quickly, before I get into those stocks and shares, I just want to say thank you to all the folks who have been using my link for Trading 212 to get started on their investing journey. So far I think there's been a half dozen of you. I have received 2 Ocado shares, 2 National Grid shares, 1 Ford share and 1 for American Airlines. I have actually sold the American Airlines and the Ford shares just because I don't really particularly have any interest in those particular sectors, and also the fact that I did get those shares very early on in March, and frankly I didn't fancy their chances in holding their value at all. So I sold those and reinvested the profit somewhere else. But so far I have had 6 referrals. Thank you very much indeed. If you are interested in getting started on your stocks and shares journey, please do consider using my link if my channel is giving you any value at all. Thank you very much. Let's get back into it now. So the first ones I want to talk about are AbbVie and GlaxoSmithKline. Both are pharmaceutical companies. AbbVie have been increasing their dividends now for 47 years. That to me is a company that knows what it's doing, and there's a certain safety in that. So you can see I bought 2 shares. GlaxoSmithKline, obviously big in the UK. Open up your cupboards and you'll probably find a product of theirs somewhere in there. So I bought 10 shares of those. Both are marginally down at this point in time, but you know they're very much for the future. I'm not concerned about those in any way whatsoever. The next one I want to talk about was Coca-Cola. Everybody knows Coca-Cola. Now, if we look at their charts for the last year, steadily rising. Our friend the virus comes along and drops off a cliff. I think there is huge value in buying Coca-Cola at this price. And again, they're another company that have been increasing their dividends for 57 years. And that again is a company that knows what it's doing. That's the kind of company I want to get into my portfolio. The next I want to talk about is ExxonMobil. So this gives me some exposure to the oil and gas market. It's not necessarily a short-term great move. The oil price is under serious pressure at the moment. But again, long term, which is what I'm always thinking about, I think Exxon will continue to go from strength to strength. It's 37 consecutive years of paying its dividend, increasing its dividend, and again, that's something I want to get into my portfolio. A purchase of the iShares Global Clean Energy Fund. I am big into clean energy going forward. I'm very bullish on this. I think it's definitely one for the future, and I think this complements my previous purchase of the renewable infrastructure group that I made last month. Both of these I will probably try to add to in the coming weeks. Then I added Legal & General, 32 shares. They're up slightly today, but I am paying the price for that one there. They are 50% down in my portfolio from the point in time when I bought them. And that is not great. Obviously, nobody likes to see those kind of figures, but again, you know, it's further exposure to the financial sector along with Lloyd's and Aviva, and that's probably as much as I'll do in that area. I have been tempted to add HSBC because of their global reach, but for the time being, that's plenty. Next up is Marston's. Now, I only bought this today. They are in the hospitality business here in the UK. Their price has been under a lot of pressure recently, but they own an awful lot of property. They have a good reputation with their customers, and if we can see out this short-term blip, I really think they'll be able to get back to something near their previous highs of £1.24. So I bought in at around about 26 pence a share, and if we get back to that company paying dividends, that could pay off handsomely in the future. I think there's very little downside to that one, which is why I've gone for that one. So my free shares here in the middle, National Grid and Ocado Group. I don't know what to say. Thank you to everybody who has used my link once again. I kept these two because Ocado are a food company. They're in partnership with Marks and Spencer's and the like, and they have seen an increase in demand for their grocery services over the past few weeks here in the UK. National Grid, well, everybody needs power, so it's worth holding on to those. As I say, I got rid of an American Airlines and a Ford. I just wasn't really interested in those shares at all. So only 2 shares of each of those, but as I say, they're freebies, so thank you. And once more, quick plug, if you want to use my link below, you'll also get a free share when you sign up and buy any other stock. I bought 2 shares in Roku. Now these are the television streaming company. They are really making waves, I think. I would imagine if people are going to have to stay indoors, they're probably going to be watching some TV, but I also like this company. I actually like their products, and I really feel like they can compete with Netflix and Amazon and those kinds of devices. They have a lot of partnerships with television companies, and they're building components for those televisions. So they're probably going to be in your home sooner than you think, and I am very pleased to own a couple of shares there. I will probably try to add to this at some stage as well. The final company I want to talk about is Sylvania Platinum. Now I made this purchase some time ago, very soon after the last video update in fact, and unfortunately the price has gone down and down and down. They obviously mine the precious metal platinum, for which I expected there to be continued demand. But I have only found out today that in fact they are shutting down their operation in South Africa due to the virus going about at the moment. So that is probably likely to take at least more short-term pain. I am, however, happy to hold on. Well, I don't really have much choice at this point. I'm obviously not going to sell that at a 50% loss at the moment. It was a fairly small holding of £100 initially invested. So we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, that one's a bit of a regret for me, I have to say. So that is 18 companies that I own at this point in time. I would like to add maybe 2 to 3 more. I don't really want to go much above 20. I say companies, I include the iShares Global Clean Energy fund in that, but I don't really want to go more than 20. It starts to get a little bit unmanageable and you start to spread your interests too far. But I feel I have a reasonable amount of diversity there. If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments below, of course. I'd be interested to know what you think of this. So I'm currently, my portfolio is worth £1,935.57, which amounts at the moment to an 18% loss, or £427 and a few pence. On the plus side, Microsoft saw fit to pay me 25 pence in dividends, so it's not all bad, is it? No. Not all bad at all. So overall, I'm pretty optimistic. I'm going to keep adding to my holdings as and when I get any free cash. That is what this game is all about after all. Buying low, selling high, or in my case, buying as low as you can and never selling. Right folks, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Once again, if you have enjoyed this content or it's providing any kind of value whatsoever, please hit that like button. It will help the YouTube algorithm immensely, and we'll get this message out to more and more people. If you run an investment channel, please let me know. I would love to check it out. And finally, if you are not subscribed, please do so and hit that notification bell, let you know every time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.